world, Naoya, Inoue, Naoya, come forward. Emmanuel, give us your thoughts about fighting this
We're going to talk about it all.
The monster. What are your thoughts after he destroyed Juan Carlos Payano? But what are your initial thoughts about fighting
this is this Saturday
Inoue in the semifinals of the World Boxing Super Series Bantamweight Tournament?
¿Cuáles son tus pensamientos después de haber visto el knockout aparatoso que dio Naoya a Payano? ¿Cómo te sientes que enfrentarlo a él ahora?
No, él es un boxeador de alto calibre. Es un boxeador que acaba las peleas, como todo el mundo se lo ha dicho, es un tremendo peleador, sus méritos se los ha ganado. Él cuando ganó su victoria hace 2 semanas atrás, pues dijo que con quien le gustaría enfrentarme era a mí. Y pues ya, yo gané, pues si Dios lo permite, el año que viene, para febrero, no sé la fecha, pues nos enfrentaríamos y pues será la batalla que todo el mundo está esperando.
He said he's a tough fighter. He knows that he likes to finish his bouts with a knockout. He also knows that he asking for fighting for the next fight, and he said that's going to be a good fight. So he's waiting for the fight.
Emmanuel, thank you. Now let's join alongside by Naoya Inoue, the monster who has been destroying his competition. We saw him 2 weeks ago. Naoya, what is your takeaway from watching Emmanuel Rodriguez in his fight against Jason Maloney?
Okay. Maybe this is a good place to start to remind you who this guy is. Pay attention. Let's go back down memory lane. I'm TstreeT Controversy. This is TstreeT Controversy Live. Please subscribe. This Japanese sensation right here, Naoya Inoue, 17-0, 15 KOs. I know I'm still having issues pronouncing it, but we're getting it down. He is working on his 3rd legitimate world title. He's been champion at 108, champion at 115, and he has the WBA world title at 118, but many hardcore fans and media don't consider that to be a legitimate title. So this Saturday, he's taking on, okay, back down memory lane. Calling the monster. And if he was to win against Emmanuel Rodriguez here, he has lots of fights on YouTube. Puerto Rican fighter, 19-0 with 12 KOs, IBF, 118-pound champion. He leaves his body open too often, no. And his last fight, Jason Maloney, who you just saw them confront each other or, face off and lead up to their fight coming up this weekend, I think Inoue, the monster, is going to stop him via a body shot. It's going to get ugly. And this guy is a fighter you should look out for. And in the next round, the winner is going to go on to fight Nonito Donaire. My God. Just thinking about it. So, I'm TstreeT Controversy. This is TstreeT Controversy Live. And of course, we're going to be covering all this. It's going to be this weekend on DAZN. Here, check out the preview while I set up for the next fight that's going to be on the card that we're also going to be covering. Josh Taylor versus Ivan Baranchyk. Yo, it's fucking boxing every week. And it's good boxing. I'm hyped. Let me cool my loins. I'll be back. Sweet. That's so sexy. Right? That's not sexy? Not a little bit? Not a little bit, huh? Well, all right, let's talk about it. So, Josh Taylor, 14-0 with 14 KOs, is supposed... Whoa. Okay, well, let's digress. Let's go back and finish this up. You got Inoue, who's taking on Emmanuel Rodriguez. The winner will be the IBF champion and WBA world. Now, normally you can't unify those belts, but because they're in the World Boxing Super Series, these 2 belts right here are going to unify this WBA Super World that Nonito Donaire got because Ryan Burnett, blew his back. And then, Donaire fought a late replacement in Stephen Young when Zolani Tite pulled out because of injury. But in my opinion, he pulled out because Sky Sports had picked up the World Boxing Super Series and he signed to BT. So after the tournament is supposed to be over, he's supposed to fight the winner between Donaire, Inoue, Emmanuel Rodriguez. That's from what I'm getting from it. So Nordin Obali is going to be fighting Louis Neary for that title sometime very soon. That should be announced. And then you would hope that the winner would fight, Louis Neary, and we can get another, and Zolani Tite, or, Nordin Abolani, we can get a unified champion at 118 pounds. But I got to be honest with you, I don't see it. Unless Inoue, really, really buckles down and doesn't sign with a promotional company, is weird. Weird also. What the fuck? Y'all see this? The hell? He's ranked at 118. I gotta check that, make sure that's right. So that's 118 right now, and me, in a perfect world, I really, really want to see Donaire versus Inoue. Even though I know that there's that big ass age gap, and Donaire is slowed, but that left hook is a fucking it should be respected. So, moving on to the 140-pound match between Josh Taylor. See, we really still trying to figure out, if Josh Taylor is that real beast. Remember, he was having some issues with Victor Postol and show some kinks in his armor, but people also feel that Regis Prograis gets hit a lot. By the way, Regis Prograis now is a legitimate champion, being the only champion for the oh no, god damn it, they're trying to give Mario Barrios a belt. But right now he's the only legitimate champion at 140 pounds for the WBA. Jose Ramirez is supposed to be fighting, who is he fighting? Ray Beltran, I think Jose Ramirez is supposed to be fighting. And then, of course, Josh Taylor is supposed to be, fighting for a legitimate title against a very tough Iron Baranchyk. And Iron Baranchyk really, really wanted out of that tournament. So remember, both of these fights are going to be on the zone. In fact, here's the card right here. I think it's going to be, because it's in Glasgow, it's going to be a midday card here in the States on the zone. So, for example, it's 12:23 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Monday, May the 13th. So I'm thinking that it's going to be a midday card. Well, it is going to be a midday card over here on the zone. So it's going to be Paul Butler versus a TBA. That's a fight I'm going to, I've covered Paul Butler fights here in the past. And the main event is going to be Taylor versus Baranchyk, and then Inoue versus Emmanuel Rodriguez. So 140 is kind of tricky, because even though it is dominated by Top Rank in the World Boxing Super Series, and we've known that they've shown to work together, you have to wonder. See, I don't want to bring other guys in that's not in the World Boxing Super Series, so we're going to stop right there. But, to me, Josh Taylor versus Ivan Baranchyk is a 50-50 fight. I'm not really sold on Josh Taylor just yet. Ryan Martin, remember, he was on the juice. That was crazy. And Victor Postol, even though he won, he showed some kinks in his armor. The O'Hara Davies fight, well, that was a fight that put him on pretty much the map. And depending on how he does against Ivan Baranchyk, it's really, really, really going to give me an understanding. Like, basically, Josh Taylor is supposed to be the favorite to win, but from what I'm gathering from it, people are giving Baranchyk, like myself, a lot of respect and saying, like, yo, like, you don't really want to underestimate him. You see what I'm saying? So let's talk about Saturday as a whole, though. Saturday, you got this card we're talking about, May the 18th. You got also Billy Joe Saunders versus Shifat Isufi, and Joe Joyce versus Alexander Ustinov. Then over on Showtime later on, you got Wilder versus Brazil, Gary Russell Jr. versus Kiko Martinez. It's a busy day. So I'm TstreeT Controversy. This is TstreeT Controversy Live. Of course, we're going to be here covering all of this stuff, and obviously for the weigh-in, we cover all weigh-ins. We're going to be here for the weigh-in. I'm TstreeT Controversy. This is TstreeT Controversy Live, and we may be streaming a lot of this stuff on Twitch, meaning the final press conference and the weigh-in. I'm not quite sure yet. I'll let you guys know on my Twitter at TstreeT. Simple as that. Please subscribe.